guys, welcome back. So today I'm going to do another look. I was in the mood for like summery colors, so I put orangey yellow tones on my eyes. And then I paired it with a hot pink lipstick. I actually really like how this look turned out. So if you like how it turned out as well, then please continue watching. Okay, so I'm going to start off with my eyes, of course. So I'm just going to take my ColourPop concealer and go right over both eyelids and kind of actually extend it up just to really get full coverage across the whole eyelid. I don't know what look I'm doing today. I kind of want to do like a yellowy orange, but I've never done that before, so I'm actually a little nervous, but we're gonna wing it. So I'm just gonna blend this in. I'm gonna take a beauty blender and just dampen it with some e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. When your sponge isn't like damp, or if you don't like mist it with something, it's sometimes harder to blend, I feel like. So I have my Makeup Revolution palette and it has some really cool yellows. There's like a super bright yellow and then a neonish yellow and the orange. So I might work with those colors today. To be honest, I don't know if I have any other shades of yellow. Let me check. No, nothing yellow in my other favorite palette, BH Cosmetics. So yeah, I guess we're gonna work with the Makeup Revolution palette. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this shade. It's like the darker yellow. It's actually closer to like the color of my shirt. So I'm just gonna take a clean brush. Actually, I'm gonna dampen it. I just feel like pigment stays better or shows up better when it's a little damp. Ooh. I'm just gonna start in the corners. I feel like it looks like I have like a black eye when it's in the face, from like blue to that green to that ugly yellow. Kind of what it's starting to look like. Okay. I put the goldy yellow into both eyes. I mostly just stayed in like the inner corner and just kind of lightly blended it to the center. I am going to do a different shade in the center and then a darker shade on the outer. I'm going to go ahead and try this burnt orange color. So I actually went in with a different orange. It's a little more burnt. It's from the BH Cosmetics palette, and it's called Enamored. Don't know what it's called. But this one just brought like a little darker shade into it. Ooh, super fun. So I'm gonna next go in with a Tarte. It's like a mini palette, super cute. And I'm gonna take the shade Hot Cocoa. So it's like a deep chocolate. And I'm just gonna mix the deep chocolate with the orange. And I'm gonna obviously do it in the crease and then above. I always extend above the crease. And I'm just gonna blend the two. So the brown, the orange, the yellow, they're on both sides. I'm next gonna go back in with that same yellow and just kind of blend it all together. So I'm gonna start back in the inner corner and then I'm just gonna kind of work my way around and just a smidge above. Okay, I'm gonna take that same brush that I was dipping the orange in, and I'm just kind of gonna blend those few together. The brown into the orange into the yellow, just so the lines aren't so sharp. Okay. Obviously, I'm nowhere near done, but I did get my base eyeshadow on, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with my foundation. I'm gonna go in with my Lancome LA base and just prime my face. I always use a brush when I'm putting on primer versus just like rubbing it in with my fingers. I just feel like a brush is just like cleaner. You never know what's on your fingers, whether it's like greasy, sweaty palms, whatever it is. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take my Almay foundation. Literally, it's my favorite drugstore foundation right now. And my mom bought it for me. I don't even know how, but she guessed my color and it was like spot on. I'm gonna dampen it again. And I'm just gonna start dabbing away. And if you watched my last video, I did talk about how I put on like a ton of foundation, but that is the way to do it if you want your pictures to look pretty flawless. Like, you do need a full face of makeup on for your photos to look good. Okay. I have a full face of foundation on. I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer. My hair is like so messy today. These curls are from yesterday. Ooh, my nose itches. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just take the same beauty blender and blend it all in. So I'm gonna go ahead and start my contour. I'm taking a ColourPop concealer, and it's obviously like 5 shades too dark for me. It's called Dark 44. And I'm just gonna blend it all out. And then for this contour, I'm actually gonna take a small little brush and I'm just gonna do circular motions and obviously never drag it downward. Just keep it in the same spot. And of course, if you don't like, you know, if you brought it too far down, whatever it is, you could always go back in and use concealer to tighten it up, or just some type of translucent powder, which obviously you could tell a little bit like went too far down here. So I'll just go and tighten it up with some concealer. I'm just gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of buff it all into the skin. Like I said, I feel like maybe I brought this a little too far down. I'm not gonna take my concealer. I'm just gonna really cut it with my, I don't know if you can see all that smoke, with my translucent powder. And I'll leave this on for probably like 5-10 minutes, especially right here, just to really sharpen it up and make sure it stays. So I got this new translucent powder. It's by Ulta Beauty. And it kind of has like that yellow banana shimmer. So I'm super excited to try it. It's called Neutralizing Powder. So maybe I'll try it in my next video. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit for like 5-10 minutes, and while I'm letting it sit, I'm gonna do my brows off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so my brows are done. It's been about 5-10 minutes of me having this bake on. I'm just gonna go ahead and wisp it all away. Totally forgot to do my jawline, so I'm just gonna take my Ulta Beauty contour palette, which I love. I'm gonna be so upset when it's empty. Nice and sharp. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on some blush, some highlighter, and then I'm gonna go back in and finish up my eyes. I'm using my favorite Lancome blush. I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. It's just e.l.f. It's like bronzy gold. I love it for my skin tone. I'm gonna highlight my nose. I didn't even bother contouring my nose. Usually I do, but I don't need to necessarily. Then I'm gonna take my favorite fan brush. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my top eyeliner. I'm gonna use my Maybelline Master Precise All Day. It actually has like a super fine point, and I'm gonna do it in my mirror, but if you can see me, great. If not, I guess I'll have to do a video on how I do my eyeliner. But I always start off with just the line, and then I go from the tip of the line all the way across. Eyeliner's on. I'm gonna take my favorite lashes. They're from Sephora. I'm actually just reusing them from yesterday, which I actually do reuse my lashes quite often, and I'll go ahead and do a video of how I clean them, how I reuse them, and then how I put them on. one day. So I'm gonna take my Duo little eyelash glue, and I'm gonna plop them right on with just some tweezers. Okay, so my lashes are on. Last step, which I always do, is bring my eyeshadow tones underneath the waterline. So I'm gonna start with the hot cocoa shade again, and then I'm gonna work my way into the yellow. I'm actually just gonna, usually I use the fine point brush, but I'm in the mood to like make it look kind of aggressive. Whew. So I'm gonna look at my mirror and just go right under. I'm gonna take my yellows. Okay, I like this look so far. I'm gonna finish off with some lipstick, and then I'm gonna touch up my eyelashes. I'm gonna put bottom mascara on. I'm just gonna go in with a nudie. This is such a summer shade. I love it. I'm gonna finish off with my Rose Fizz by Revolution. I do my setting spray usually before I do my bottom mascara, just because I feel like if you did it afterwards and the mascara is still wet, it might get under your eyes. Sometimes I just go right back in while my face is still damp. Just kind of make sure everything's patted into the skin nicely. I'm gonna finish off with my bottom mascara. And when my mascara gets under there, I like never really wipe it off. I just feel like sometimes it makes it look like smokier, and I don't know, a little dramatic. I like it. And voila.